Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about my true love, Jax. Now my Jax is only level 19, so he's not at his final form yet, but boy, when he gets there, oh my god. 25 critical and precision. Boy, he is gonna be a motherfucker beast. Can you imagine a Jax with 25 crit with a Sanka death team? Like, there's probably no beating that. Jax, I believe, is one monster that can be useful at almost any level and on almost any map. So let's get to know this beautiful boy for a sec. His health. Now Jax is a tank, so of course he has a lot of health. And that means his damage is fairly mediocre until level 17 where he gets a buff to that, but we'll talk about that later. And his defense, of course, as a tank is really great, slightly weaker to magic, very good against physical. And his initiative is low and his mobility is average. Now his skills. So his 3 skills are Stab, which is his common attack, Power of Poseidon, which is his ultimate, and Fearless, which is his passive skill. So Jax's ultimate is great because it affects an area of monsters if they're standing right next to each other. It hurts them and it stuns them. And also, it doesn't miss. Woo! That is amazing. So it's really good against monsters with dodge, like Vlad or Elsa or Puff. And not only does it not miss them, so if it doesn't kill them, it also stuns so that you can hit them again afterwards fairly easily because they can't dodge when they are stunned. And also, just as a cherry on top, at level 14 it also decreases the monster's mobility by 2 for 2 turns. But what really makes Jax a beast is Fearless. So Fearless increases his physical defense by 1 and also removes any negative buffs. At level 11 he also receives an extra energy, and at level 17 his attack is also increased by 20%. So how does Fearless get activated? Well, he just has to get hit. So every time a high level Jax gets hit, his physical defense increases, his attack increases, and all the negative buffs are just gone away. And that does not include the net or entangle, so it doesn't affect Hunker or Troot. But he is immune to rabies, taunt, poison, and Cupid's binding and ultimate skill. So now that we know a bit about him, let's look at his pros and cons. His pros! His ultimate can't miss. He can stun. His ultimate is an AoE skill. He has very high defense. And he's sexy as fuck. So his cons, Jax is fairly slow. He has really low initiative. And he also can't really catch aerial monsters on certain maps. Fearless doesn't activate when he's stunned or frozen. And he is slightly weaker to magic. But if you team him with Sir Philip, say, well, he's probably never dying. Okay, so now I have some clips that I want to show you about Jax being beast and how I use him. First one, matching against Sabrina. So let's have a look. So of course we wait. And Jax has to go first because his initiative is the lowest. Usually I will move Jax up straight away because he's a tank and can usually take hits straight away from the enemy team. It also will lure people forward as well. So that's why I'll just walk him forward a lot of the time. But this guy is using 2 ranged on an open map. Kind of weird. He's also keeping his guys pretty close together. So he summons Angus, and let me tell you, oh, there's Sabrina's ultimate. So like I said, Jax is slightly weaker to magic, but he took Sabrina's ultimate like a champ right in his face. He also just took Angus's ultimate also right to his face, and he's still going. And there's that ultimate. So when you're versing Jax, it's probably not a good idea to group your guys together. And by the way, Rudolph is usually a pretty good counter to Jax, but not if he's stunned. So there we go. I had 3 people alive, so it didn't really matter if Mudman got his enraged off. So it didn't matter. I still won. So there you go. He got a couple extra kills. Match 2 is against Blocky. Now, Blocky used to be pretty good against Jax, but now that Jax is immune to taunts, not so much. You can see I'm summoning Thumper again. This is back when I was using my stun team, like, all the time. So yeah. So, Dak, Turtle, Blocky, Sir Philip, pretty damn good team. Pretty common monsters. You can see Jax just took a hit from Blocky there. Blocky is magic damaged as well, which is why I included him here, but Jax is immune to his taunt. So you can see he stunned the whole group again. Also, might I add, I think after this they did update where if Jax does his ultimate and it hits Turtle spikes will actually affect him. And it's really just a matter of finishing them off. You can see he was kind of getting Jax down, like he's almost dead. And he survived through quite a few hits again as well. He's very tanky, especially to a monster like Blocky, which is very popular and very powerful. So the next match is against another popular team, Bigfoot and Harpy. Also a level 20 Bigfoot. So at level 20, Bigfoot gets more initiative. So usually Bigfoot will be forced to go before Jax, but at level 20 with that initiative boost, he can go afterwards, depending on who's controlling him, right? It's their choice. So you can see he summons Harpy. Again, he's grouping his monsters up together, and you know what that means. He gets rid of Lamric pretty soon, like pretty early on, which is good because Lamric does like quite a bit of damage if you leave him. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite kill Bigfoot and he rolled Sabrina. Sabrina herself is actually pretty tanky, but she's dead now. So basically, we were left with almost the whole team and just Jax and Gobby. Now, Jax did finish Bigfoot off there. He did need the rest of the team to help him with that. I think if it was just Jax versus Bigfoot, Bigfoot would win. So, yeah, it's good to kill Bigfoot first when you have a whole team with you. Unfortunately for this guy, Jax has his ultimate. So, I've only got 2 monsters. He killed 2 of mine straight away. But they're cleaning house, man. Like, Gobby's damage and Jax's general tankiness / ultimate finish that team off no problem. So the last one is against Cupid. And of course, if you remember, Cupid's binding doesn't affect Jax at all. So if if Cupid shoots Jax or someone binds to Jax, he'll just clear that, like, straight away. So you can see he's really, really going for Jax as well. He's used, like, all his attacks on him, and he's still sitting there with a reasonable amount of HP. And of course, like, Jax needs 5 energy to get his ultimate, but that doesn't matter with Fearless in play, because a lot of the time, if he gets attacked, he'll get 3 energy. And again, leaving your guys grouped up against him, really bad idea. Especially, like, I also have Gobby on the field, and Gobby's ultimate is also an AoE attack. And just like that, he dead as fuck. Oh, he surrendered before I could finish him off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video, maybe when I eventually upload. Bye!